Right now, in this simple moment, there is a sense that you are here. Before any thought appears, there is a quiet knowing I am. This simple sense of being is already here. I would like you just to notice this, not as an idea, not as something to think about. Just notice that you exist. You are here. There is awareness of being. Very quietly, the mind comes and begins to place something on this pure sense of being. It says, I am this person with this name, this age, this story. I have these problems, these memories, these fears, these desires. Little by little, this pure I am becomes I am so-and-so who did this, who failed at that, who must reach here. This is how the dream of me starts to form. It is like a costume placed on something that is originally empty and clear. For a moment, feel how much energy this personal me uses. It always has to protect something. It must defend an image. It is afraid of what others think. It is always trying to fix itself, improve itself, become someone. It carries the weight of past memories and future fears. When you look closely, there is tension in this me. There is restlessness. There is a feeling of never being quite enough, never fully at peace. Notice also that this me is made of thoughts, feelings, and memories. It is not something solid that you can touch. It is a kind of story, a collection of impressions and beliefs held together by constant thinking. The sense of this is me comes from repeating these thoughts and taking them as truth. But you can begin to see that the me is only a character appearing inside something much bigger, much more silent. Ask yourself very gently, this story of me, this person with all these details, am I only this, or is this story appearing in something else, something more subtle that is aware of it? Thoughts are coming that say, but this is my life, my identity, my high story. For a moment, do not fight them, do not push them away. Just see that even these thoughts are watched. They are known by something that does not move with them. Right now, there is awareness of the sound of this voice. There is awareness of the feeling of the body. There is awareness of the space in the room. There is awareness of the mood that is here. All of this is changing, but that which is aware, does that change in the same way? The story of me changes from day to day. Emotions change. The body changes. Yet, the simple fact that you are aware never goes away. It is constant. It is like a quiet background that is always here. Take a moment and let attention rest in this sense of being. Do not add anything to it. Do not try to say what it is. Just feel I am, not I am this or that. Drop the words after I am and stay only with the pure sense itself. It is very simple. It is not dramatic. It is not noisy. It is just the natural sense of existing. Let your attention soften into this. You may notice that the mind will come and say, but what about my plans, my problems, my relationships, my spiritual progress? Let all of that be. For this moment, you are not trying to solve anything. You are not trying to become anything. You are just seeing. Let yourself dissolve into this simple, effortless presence. Notice that even the thought, I am resting, is watched. Awareness does not rest or awaken. It simply is. You are that, without needing to take any shape, without needing to declare anything, without needing the mind's approval. And now, quietly, gently, let us bring the journey inward to its natural resting. You have looked at the dream of me and seen that it is only a movement of thought. You have watched the mind and recognized that you are not the mind. You have turned inward and discovered the silent witness. You have looked at the ego without fear and seen that it is not what you are. You have rested in the present moment and touched the stillness at the heart of being. You have seen through the illusion of separation and felt the openness of unity. You have tasted what it is like to live as awareness in daily life, to move without losing yourself. Now remain here in the pure presence that is before all experience. Right now, if you do not touch a single thought, if you do not reach for the past or the future, if you do not pick up any idea about yourself, what remains? Something is here, silent, aware, unformed, spacious. It is not a person. It has no story. It does not say, I am good or I am bad. It does not need validation. It is simply here as the light of awareness. This is your true self. It was never born and can never die. It does not come and go. Everything else comes and goes, the body, the mind, the emotions, the world, but this awareness remains. You are this. You have always been this. The dream of me may appear again, but now you know it is a dream. It has no real power unless you believe in it. Let everything be as it is. Let thoughts rise and fall. Let emotions appear and pass. Let the world move as it does. You remain as the silent, formless awareness in which all of this appears. This is awakening, not becoming something new, but recognizing what has always been here. Relax into this truth. Let it fill your being. Let it shine naturally in your life. There is nothing further you must do, nothing you must achieve. Simply stay as the awareness you already are, and everything else will take care of itself. Remain in this silence for a moment longer. Feel the peace that is not created. Feel the presence that is not earned. Feel the freedom that has no opposite. You are home. You have always been home. The door was never closed. Let this recognition settle deeply in your heart. Be in this peace. Be in this awareness. Be in your own self. All is well. You are just noticing what is always here, even when the mind is busy. The personal me rests upon this, but it is not the foundation. The foundation is this silent being. In this simple looking, a quiet insight can arise. Everything I think I am, my name, my habits, my fears, my hopes, is observed. If it can be observed, it cannot be my deepest self. It is like a dream that I have been taking as who I am. The dream of me has been running for many years, but now something deeper is waking up. It is not waking up as a new person. It is waking up as pure awareness itself. You do not need to push away the dream. You do not have to destroy the me. Just see it clearly. When you wake up from sleep, you do not need to fight the dream. You simply see that it was a dream. In the same way, when you clearly see the personal me as a play of thoughts and feelings, it begins to lose its tight grip on your being. The space that you truly are starts to shine by itself. Sit quietly inside your own presence. Feel the breath if you like, but do not cling to it. Feel the sense of being here. Notice that you are aware of the body, but you are not limited to the body. You are aware of the feeling, this is my life, but you are not caught inside that idea. There is a deeper sense, wordless and open, that simply knows I am. Rest here for a few moments in silence. As you rest like this, you may notice that thoughts still come. They speak about the day, about the past, about something you should have done, something you hope to become. Very often we are pulled into these thoughts as if they are powerful winds. We are used to following them without question. But now let us do something very simple and very true. Instead of following each thought, just watch it. A thought appears, you notice it. Another thought appears, you notice it. You do not need to complete it. You do not need to agree or disagree. Just let it come. Let it stay for a moment and let it go. Like clouds moving across the sky, they come on their own and leave on their own. There is no need to hold any of them. Notice that the one who is watching does not move with the thoughts. It remains still. When a thought says, "I am tired," you can see that it is just a sentence passing in the mind. The tiredness may be felt in the body, yes, but the awareness of both the thought and the feeling is clear and untouched. When a thought says, "I am not good enough," notice this also. It is simply another cloud passing. It does not define the sky. It does not define what you truly are. You are the sky of awareness. Thoughts are the passing clouds. They can be white and soft or dark and heavy. They can be fast or slow. They can be pleasant or unpleasant, but they are never the sky itself. The sky does not complain about clouds. It does not cling to them or reject them. It simply allows them to come and go. In the same way, awareness allows all thoughts, but is never harmed by them. Take a little time to feel this directly. Sit as the open space in which every thought arises. Watch how one thought tries to connect to another and build a story. Do not give energy to the story for now. Let it fall. If a thought says, "This is too hard," this is just one more thought. See it. If a thought says, "I am doing well," that is also a thought. See that too. You are learning to stay as the one who sees, not as what is seen. There is no need to make the mind silent by force. You are not fighting the mind. You are not trying to fix it. You are simply changing your position from being inside the thought to being the one who is aware of it. This simple shift changes everything. It is like stepping back one step inside your own being. That step back is actually a step into your true place. Right now, notice that you can sense the body, the breathing, sounds around you, and also the subtle movements of the mind. All of these appear in awareness. Awareness itself is not moving with them. It does not get tired. It does not get depressed. It does not become proud. These states belong to the mind and body. Awareness is like a clear, invisible screen where all of this is projected, yet it remains clean. Ask quietly inside yourself, if I am aware of thoughts, can I really be a thought? If I am aware of moods, can I truly be just a mood? Feel the honesty of this. You have watched thoughts from childhood until now. They have changed again and again. Many of them are no longer here. But you, as awareness, are still here. This shows that you are not what is changing. You are the unchanging notice of change. Stay with this seeing for a while. Let thoughts move, but you stay as the witness. You can even say inwardly, let everything appear, let everything go. I remain as the awareness of it all. Feel how there is a peace in this. Even if the mind is restless, there is a deeper space that is not restless. The more you notice this space, the less power thoughts have to disturb you. Now, from this place of witnessing, we gently go a little deeper. We have seen that thoughts are seen, emotions are seen. Even the sense of a personal me is seen. Now the question arises, who is the one that is seeing all of this, not as an idea, but as a real looking? Who is the one who says, I am aware? First, look at the body. You can notice the weight of the body, the touch of clothes on the skin, the feeling of the chest as it rises and falls with the breath. The body is present and is being observed. You say, my body. This means you, the one who says my, are not exactly the same as the body. The body is something you have. It is not the deepest I. Then look at emotions. Feelings can rise in the chest, in the stomach, in the nervous system. Sometimes there is joy, sometimes sadness, sometimes fear, sometimes calm. All these are changing. They have come and gone many times in your life. You say, I feel sad, or I feel happy. But the one who says, I is aware that sadness came and went, that happiness came and went. So you are not just these passing feelings. Now look at the mind. Thoughts come as images, words, impressions. Some of them repeat. Some are new. They carry memories, beliefs, worries, plans. But even these thoughts are observed. You can say, right now there are many thoughts, or right now the mind is quiet. This means there is an awareness that is watching the state of the mind. So you are not the mind itself, because you can see it. If body, emotions, and mind are all observed, who is the observer? Try to find it. This is not a question to answer quickly. It is not an exam. It is an inner turning. When you try to find the one who is aware, you may first meet an idea, an image of yourself, perhaps a picture of your face, your name, your role, but this also is seen, so it cannot be the ultimate seer. Go more slowly. Let the question echo gently inside. Who am I really? Do not rush to give an answer. Instead, allow the question to push attention back into its own source. You will notice that anything that appears, any thought, any image, any sensation is recognized. If it is recognized, it is an object in awareness. You are not any object. You are that in which the object appears and is known. There is a very subtle sense here, a pure feeling of I am, before it becomes I am this or I am that. Stay with this very simple I am. Do not attach anything to it, no history, no description, just the raw sense of being. It is quiet, it is stable, it is not proud. It is not ashamed, it simply is. This simple being is closer to your true self than any thought about yourself. If a thought comes and says, I do not understand, that thought is seen. You are the seer. If another thought comes and says, I am getting it, that too is seen. You are still the seer. So the seer is there before the thought of understanding and before the thought of not understanding. The seer does not depend on these thoughts. It is free from them. Do not try to see the seer as an object. You cannot look at awareness the way you look at a chair or at your hand. Awareness is the one that looks. It is like the eye there. Tea cannot see itself directly, yet it sees everything else. In the same way, awareness is self-aware in a way that the mind cannot fully grasp, but you can taste it as a quiet, open presence that is here before any mental comment. Stay here as if you are sitting inside the heart of this awareness. Let everything else come and go. Whenever a strong thought of me appears, my life, my problem, my path, just see that it is a wave. The ocean does not lose itself when a wave rises and falls. In the same way, you, as awareness, do not lose yourself when the thought of me appears. It is just a ripple on your own surface. Give yourself this space. You do not have to finish anything right now. You do not have to solve the question with the mind. The question, who am I, is burning away what you are not. It removes the false layers. What remains effortlessly is your true self, silent, open, without boundary, without age. Stay here gently as this silent knowing of being. As you continue to rest like this very gently, something becomes more clear. There is a sense that you are the one who is watching all of this. You are aware of the body. You are aware of the breath. You are aware of thoughts moving. You are aware of silence. You are aware even of the sense of I am. This quiet noticing is here before anything that is noticed. This is what I call the witness, the silent observer. This witness is not busy. It is not trying to control what appears. It is not trying to change anything. It simply knows. You can feel it now. There is a clear sense that something in you is just here, without effort. It is not a person. It does not carry a story. It does not have a problem. It is like a clear, open space that allows all movements to happen without being disturbed. Look now a little more closely. The body can feel heavy or light, relaxed or tense. The mind can feel busy or quiet, peaceful or restless. Emotions can feel soft or intense. But the witness itself, does it become heavy or light? Does it become busy or quiet? Or does it simply remain as the same open noticing in all these changes? If you stay with this question in a calm way, you begin to sense that the witness does not share the state of what it observes. Thoughts come and say, I am sad, I am confused, I am calm, I am spiritual. But the witness of these thoughts is not sad, not confused, not even spiritual. It simply is. It is not interested in labels. It is like clear space, aware of clouds of every shape, but not defined by them. You, in your true nature, are like this clear space. Take a moment to notice this directly. Right now, see if you can locate the witness as a solid form. Is it inside the head? Is it in the chest? Is it in one place only? Or does it feel more like an open presence that has no real edge? When you check, you may find that the sense of the witness is not limited to one point. It is as if it is everywhere and nowhere at the same time, just a simple, clear being. If a thought comes and says, I cannot find it, that thought is also seen. The witness is here seeing even that. So the witness is not lost. Only the mind is confused. The witness is never confused. It is not trying to understand itself. It simply is itself. It knows it exists without needing to explain how. You can feel this when you rest without effort in the simple fact of being aware. Let your attention relax into this silent witness. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to reach. This witness is not a goal in the future. It is what is already here before any idea of time. Even the sense of I am practicing appears in this witness. You do not need to touch it. Just be as you are. Let what is seen continue to be seen, but stay as the seer. You may notice that when you are quietly resting as the witness, the movements of the mind and body affect you less. Thoughts may still appear, but they seem lighter. Emotions may still rise, but they do not pull you into a strong story so quickly. There is a natural space around everything. This is the fragrance of your true self. It has always been here, but it was covered by the noise of personal identity. From this quiet, open place, let us look at something that often causes fear: the ego. The ego is that sense of being a separate person with a lot to defend and protect. It is the feeling, I must be someone. I must control what happens. I must hold my life together. It feeds on fear, on comparison, on expectation. When it feels threatened, it becomes loud and restless. Now that you are becoming familiar with the witness, you can start to see the ego more clearly. It shows itself as certain thoughts. What will happen to me? I am not safe. I am better than them. I am worse than them. It can be arrogant or timid. It can be proud or ashamed. But in all its forms, it is watched. You can see it. So it cannot be what you truly are. It is another appearance in awareness. The ego may start to react to this seeing. It may produce fear. It may say, if you go further, you will disappear. You will lose yourself. Your life will fall apart. It may say, this is not safe, or this is too much. Just notice these as thoughts. They have been believed for a long time, but now they are being seen from a higher place. They are like old voices echoing in a house that is already empty. You do not need to fight the ego. You do not need to push it away. That would only give it more reality. Simply observe it with a gentle, steady attention. When fear arises, see that fear is appearing in the same awareness that knows calm. When doubt arises, see that doubt is appearing in the same awareness that knows clarity. The awareness itself is not afraid. It is not doubting. It is just aware. Let the ego be exactly as it is for now, but do not identify with it. It is like a mask that you have worn for a very long time. You have started to believe you are the mask, but you are the face behind it. You are not even just a face. You are the space in which face and mask both appear. When you see this clearly, the attachment to the mask begins to loosen. If the mind says, I am afraid of losing control, ask quietly inside, who is afraid? Can I find the one who is afraid as something apart from awareness? Look calmly. You will see fear as a sensation in the body, as a tightness, as a wave of energy. You may see thoughts that talk about the fear. All of that is seen. But the pure seeing, does that shake? Does that tremble? Does that need protection? Feel how liberating it is just to let things appear and pass in this way. You are not pushing them away, but you are not calling them me anymore. You are not saying, I am fear, or I am ego, or I am failure. You are seeing these as movements in consciousness. They have no power on their own. They borrow power from your belief. When belief is removed, they fade like shadows in the light. Give space to this seeing. Whatever arises, pride, shame, fear, resistance, just let it be there without picking it up as identity. Stay rooted as the witness. Over time, you will see that the ego is just a pattern, not a person. It has no existence by itself, only as long as it is believed. When it is seen through, it becomes light, almost transparent. It may still appear, but it does not bind you. As this seeing deepens, something else begins to shine more clearly. The present moment. You notice that all of this, body, mind, feelings, world, is appearing now. Even when the mind speaks of past and future, these thoughts appear now. Memory appears now. Imagination of the future appears now. In truth, you never leave the now. It is the only space where life is actually happening. Let us turn your attention more fully into this present, not as a forced concentration, but as a gentle noticing. Feel the sense of being here. Feel the contact of the body with where it is resting. Sense the breath moving. Hear the sounds that are present, close by or far away. All of this is happening in a single field of awareness right now. In this moment, you do not need to reach for the past. You do not need to plan the future. For a little while, let the mind's habit of traveling be quiet. If it wants to jump back into a story, notice it and let it go. Keep returning to this simple feeling. I am here. There is awareness of this moment. Stay with this. without trying to describe it. You may discover that when you are present like this, there is a natural sense of stillness. Even if there is movement in the body, even if thoughts still appear, there is a deeper stillness underneath. It is not forced, it is not tense. It is like the stillness of a lake that is deep and quiet, even if there are small ripples on the surface. This stillness is not something you create. It is not the result of effort. It is already here as your own being. The mind's noise can cover it for a time, but it never goes away. When the attention is not constantly busy with thoughts of me, you begin to taste this stillness more clearly. You see that it is not fragile. It is the natural state of awareness. Stay here in this stillness for a while. Feel how simple it is. You do not have to be special. You do not have to be pure in some perfect way. You do not have to fix your life first. You only need to notice what is already true. Awareness is here. The sense of being is here. The present moment is here. This is enough. Notice that in this present space, misses lose some of their weight. They may still appear as thoughts, but you see them more as shapes in the mind, not as heavy blocks on your chest. The urgency of "I must fix this right now" begins to soften. The idea of "my life" becomes lighter. You see that most of the burden was coming from believing in the story of time and personal identity. If the mind tries to say, "But what about tomorrow?" or "What about what happened before?" gently see these as thoughts. They are not the present moment. They are like echoes. They are not wrong, but they are not your deepest truth. Your deepest truth is the awareness in which even these questions appear. Let the attention rest again in the silent sense of "I am" without adding any label. Taste the peace that comes when you do not chase after thoughts. You are not avoiding life. You are meeting life from a deeper place where there is clarity and space. From here, actions can still happen, but they are not coming from panic or lack. They come from a quiet intelligence that is already inside you. In this way, you begin to see that stillness is not the absence of activity. It is the unchanging presence in which all activity appears. Whether the mind is active or quiet, you are this presence. Whether the body is moving or resting, you are this presence. Whether the world around you is peaceful or chaotic, you are this presence. Remain here for a while, not as a task, but as your natural home. Whenever attention drifts into stories, gently bring it back, not with force, but with love. Again and again, you are simply recognizing what you already are. The clear, formless awareness in which the dream of me, the play of mind, and the whole world appear and disappear. As you rest in this living stillness, something begins to open in a very natural way. A subtle but clear seeing arises. The sense of separation you once believed in is not truly here. The idea that "I am here and the world is out there," or "I am this person and you are another," begins to lose its tightness. The feeling of being a separate self, locked inside a body and moving through a large external world, starts to feel less true, less solid. Instead, there is a gentle recognition that everything, every thought, every sensation, every sound, every breath appears in the same field of awareness. Let us look quietly at this, without philosophy, without imagination. Right now you can hear the sound of this voice. You can feel the body. You sense the space around you. All of this is known in the same awareness. There are not two awarenesses, one for the voice, one for the body, one for the thoughts. There is only one awareness in which everything is appearing. If you look closely, you cannot say where this awareness ends or begins. You cannot find a boundary to it. You cannot say, here is where my awareness stops and someone else's begins. These boundaries exist only as ideas, not in direct experience. In this direct seeing, separation starts to fade. You may notice a softness arising in the heart, a natural openness, not a sentimental emotion, but a gentle recognition that you are not divided from anything. The sense of otherness begins to dissolve. The world which once felt outside begins to feel like a movement inside the same space of awareness that you are. This is not something to believe. Belief is not needed. It is something you can verify now by simply noticing that all phenomena, inner and outer, appear in the same indivisible field. When the sense of separation softens, love becomes very natural. Not the personal love that depends on desire or story, but a quiet, spacious love that comes from recognizing the one self in all forms. The ego's distance begins to collapse, and in this collapsing, a freedom is felt. You see that there was never truly an I fighting a world out there. There was only one awareness playing through many shapes. This recognition is not an idea, it is a taste of unity. Let it be here, let it unfold on its own. Remain present in this silent knowing. Feel how wide and open this awareness is. In this openness, there is no enemy, no stranger, no outsider. Everything that appears is welcomed by the same awareness without preference. Everything is allowed to be exactly as it is. When you stay grounded in this understanding, life becomes lighter. The feeling of being separate, isolated, or alone begins to lose its power. From this seeing, let us look gently at your daily life. I want you to notice something simple. Awareness does not disappear when you stand up, go to work, speak with others, or move through daily situations. The same presence that is here in quietness is here in activity. The same stillness is here even when the body is busy. The same peace is here even when the mind is responding to the world. Awareness is not affected by activity. Activity appears within awareness. This means that you do not need to withdraw from the world to remain as the self. You do not need to hide from life, escape your responsibilities, or move to a different place. You only need to recognize that everything you do is appearing inside the same awareness. The body moves, but awareness does not move. The voice speaks, but awareness remains silent. The mind thinks, but awareness is still. Even when strong emotions come, they rise like waves, but awareness is the ocean, untouched, unmoved. Slowly, you learn to trust this. You learn to live from this deeper place. There is no need to constantly observe or control, just a simple, natural remembering that you are the space, not the contents of the space. When challenges appear, you begin to notice that you can remain centered because you know that you are not the one being pushed around. The emotions may rise, but you are the one who sees them. Thoughts may come, but you are the witness of them. Your actions, when they come from this understanding, become more grounded, more gentle, more wise. Life becomes less heavy. You no longer carry the weight of my life, my story, my problem. The burden drops by itself. It is important to know that even after deep seeing, the old patterns of the mind may return. Memories, attachments, old habits, and conditioning may show themselves again. But now you see them differently. You see them as waves, not as your identity. They may try to pull you, but they cannot pull the awareness itself. Whenever you find yourself caught inside a story or an emotion, simply notice it. Return to the witness. Stay silent for a few moments. The pull will loosen. The old identity will fade again. This is the natural unfolding of awakening. Do not measure your progress. Do not think, I should be more peaceful, or why is the mind still noisy? These are just new forms of ego concern. Trust that the awareness you are is already pure and complete. It does not need improvement. It does not grow or shrink. It does not make mistakes. What changes is only the clarity with which you recognize yourself as that awareness. Clarity grows naturally through looking, through quiet moments, through letting go of the personal story. As you remain in the truth of awareness, a deep inner trust begins to emerge. It is like the trust a wave has when it recognizes it is the ocean. It no longer fears rising or falling. It no longer fears what tomorrow brings, because it sees that tomorrow is just another movement in consciousness. From this trust, peace flows naturally. Peace becomes not a state, but your natural fragrance. You do not try to be peaceful, it just happens. Stay in this seeing for a few moments.